Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Angel Enoch here, and I'm so sorry that I've not been able to do videos lately. I've been working 12-hour shifts at a new job, and I'm still going to be working 12-hour shifts this weekend. But it's a blessing. It's a lot better than the other job that I was at. I get to interact with people and be a part of something that's actually feel like I'm contributing to something. So that's where sometimes, when one door closes, another one opens, and it's even better. That's why you don't settle. The last job, literally the energy was dark. And it wasn't inclusive. It was very much, I don't know. It was a lot of gaslighting and fake promises. And I don't want to work for liars, I'm sorry, but like when you tell me I'm good and I'm not going to be in trouble, and then all of a sudden you come up with this list of things and I'm written up, like, what? You send me home, I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to go home, I'm trying to do my job, I don't want to get in trouble, like, trying to do better. You're not in trouble. Next day, oh, because I sent you home, you're getting written up. Like, you don't do that kind of thing to an employee. So it was what it was, and I really don't care because I moved on. I was like, you know what? I got me. God's got me. We're going to be good. And now I'm in a better job. So, everything works out. The coolest thing is I also get to be part of some cool events that I would never be able to be a part of right now. Working with this art exhibition. And it's just so cool. I get to meet people from all around the world. They all have like all this cool artwork to share. So I just think it's really cool. But it has been taking a lot of time. But I've been able to show, like, hey, I've got stuff to contribute. I have leadership skills. And it's been brought out. So thank you for your support and everything. And thank you for watching. And if it's your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you. Sorry, my hair's a little bit messy. It's towards the end of my day. I took a shower. But since I've been out in the sun in this new job, though, I've got sunburnt to heck, and my hair's been getting a little fried, so I had to put some oil to heal. It's got vitamin E and coconut oil. It's like a massage oil. It's almond glow. It has a bunch of natural oils, and so it's good for your hair and skin. So I was like, I need to rehydrate, because yeah, I could tell the sun's kind of been burning my hair and my face, and as you can tell, I'm all red. I'm red. I'm starting to chap. So, of course, tomorrow's gonna be embarrassing when I have all that chapped skin. But I miss being able to do these videos for you guys, give you guys some advice and help. And sometimes I get advice too, because we're all angels. We're on similar paths, maybe different timelines, different outcomes and scenarios, but at the same time, we're reaching towards the same goal, right? So, excuse me. Since the last time I got also a new deck, which is Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno. Sorry, I'm trying to read it backwards on the screen. Because it's reflection. So I was like, wait, what? Tony Carmine Salerno. Angels, Gods, and Goddesses. So, I'm going to do a Frequency Friday type video. Kind of give you some information about how to maybe adjust your frequency a little bit for the weekend, and to how we prepare for the next week and your next chapter of your life. Alright, so let's get this started. So first off, I'm going to start by blessing the cards real quick. I also have lit 3 different incense. Geese, goose, moose, mice. Anyways, I have attract money, because you all need a little bit of financial support, right? When we need, to get to reach our goals sometimes, right? But the main thing is I lit Palo Santo and 7 chakras incense to kind of help with the energies, make sure my energies are clear, make sure I'm good for you guys, and everything like that. So let me go ahead and bless these cards. Sometimes it depends on the cars and the depth, the decks, like, width and length. Sometimes they're slipperier, but these ones are just, I don't know, maybe I'm just going to shifting cars. I'm just... Alright, let's see. Oof. That's interesting. Give me a little bit more clarification on that. I'll show you guys what the cards are. But give me clarification. What my angels need to know for this weekend for frequency, Friday shift alignment. What's going on? What's going on? I ever do like speech to text, right? And you talk to like Siri or whatever. You gotta say, you know, question mark, exclamation mark. So I'm like, in my head, sometimes I do that naturally, like, you know, what do my angels need? You know, and it's like question mark. It popped in my head to say question mark out loud because I'm used to talking to Siri. Sometimes it's so funny. Oh my gosh. You know, the things we do, you know, naturally. Wow, this is really crazy. Wow. Wow. So, wow, like this is nice. I'm kind of excited. Like looks like it's gonna be a real positive reading. I know. Dun dun dun. Get to the point, right, Enoch? And if you like this video, of course, share, like, subscribe, right? But yeah, Angel Enoch here. So the first card that we get is Angel of Pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do. It doesn't have to be sex and get your mind out of the gutter, but you know, if you're gonna do something, enjoy it. Like when I'm at work, I enjoy it. Like I enjoy what I'm doing now. So I am helping out with this international folk art market, which is really cool. It's gosh, they have artists from all over the world come, like 50 something different countries, and they come to try to sell their art, and they earn money to help with their country. Like it somehow it contributes to wherever they live. But you got art from like China, Japan, Cambodia. Then you have artwork from like Turkey and Zimbabwe and Chile and Mexico and just like all over the world. Germany, Russia, like just it's so cool. Like you have these urns, these pots that are so cool. You have the carpets that they make in, you know, Middle Eastern countries and stuff, and the rugs. Then you have like vases and but then what really drew me to was they had from one part from Mexico, they had these little cabinets, right? They're like about this tall. I mean, like little types of cabinets, and you open the drawers and there's like these little figurines, and in one of them there was a whole bunch of different types of fish, like, you know, clownfish and stuff like that. And then the other one was Dia de los Muertos, little miniature figures of Dia de los Muertos figures. And so it's just really cool, you know. But yeah, I you know, the people are amazing. The event planners are amazing to work with. And it's just really, it's really cool. It's not, you know, it's something that I never thought, like, I'd ever work with, right? And so, like, I love how my boss is trusting me and giving me, like, you know, trust to take a leadership role as well in it. So I've been able to connect and meet such really cool people. So like again, take pleasures in the things that you do. It could be, just a regular job, or you can just go out there and do it and show your best and do what you got to do. Oh, yeah, let me turn my phone on vibrate. But do what you got to do for yourself, right? To enjoy life. Take pleasures in the things you do. Angel of Emergence is the second card. It's breaking out of the shell, breaking out of the cocoon. You got these butterflies sprouting out, right? And the third eye has this flame, like Angel of Emergence is time for the real you to emerge. Look, we've been told not to enjoy certain things in life and not to be ourselves. And as long as we're not doing harm to ourselves or other people, we can do whatever the heck we want. Like, that's what God gave us, it's free will. To be you, be expressive. And this world is so full of so much oppression these days. And it's meant to, like, shut you down from, like, experiencing life that you need to do. Yeah, I'm sunburnt to heck. A couple days ago, I had dust and debris blowing my eye, even a tiny little twig piece blowing my eye, and so I've been like recovering from like a scratched eyelid a little bit, and healing from that. But it doesn't stop me. I'm still on my A game. I'm figuring out how to, wipe my eyes in private, have my hand sanitizer on me, stuff like that, whatever I need to touch. Like, I'm prepared, and I don't give up. I don't give up on myself. I don't give up on my mission to make the world a better place. And that's what I'm encouraging you guys to do too. Like, definitely, take pleasure in the things you do. It's time for the real you to emerge. You're meant to be this beautiful creature, whether you're a healer, a singer, an artist, you cook, whatever your touches of life to help make the world touched by your unique soul, to make it a better place. Like, that's the beauty of life. And a lot of you are like questioning whether you deserve love and pleasure is what I'm getting at here, and things in life too. And that's where the next card comes in. Angel of Communication, right? Angel of Communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Be yourself. Be bold. That's what it's telling you. Like, a lot of you may feel like, oh my God, but my boss is gonna... You know what? Why are you letting somebody else dictate your happiness and your thing? Like, people think I'm crazy, and it's okay. I really don't care. Like, I really don't. People think I'm nuts because of the things I say or do, or how I am. But it is. It's like, I'm not going to settle for a job just because it's a job and I need money. There's plenty of jobs out there. Just like there's plenty of people looking for work. There's plenty of jobs out there too. If you want to work, you want to work. But why do you want to make it just a regular job? Why can't you enjoy what you do, right? I quit working at the gas station that I was working at because it wasn't panning out. I gave it so many chances, making myself more and more miserable. And for what? For them not to appreciate me in the end. For them to go behind my back and backstab me. Like, no. Same thing with the last company, right? Why are you going to gaslight me? Tell me all this and this and that I'm not in trouble for something. But then all of a sudden now, when it's like, they didn't even train properly. They throw you in. I'm training you properly, and then they get mad. Oh, your part's in the wrong area. Well, I was told I could park here anywhere here. Like, things like that. Like, little things like, don't come at me sideways, because I ain't doing anything wrong to you. I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to grow. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? So it is what it is. I know jobs are iffy to start off. Sometimes you don't know. But if you trust in God, God will always provide and have your back. Like, that's the thing is, when I left my job, I was like, it's okay. I got me. God's got me. I'm going to be good. Like, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. And that's the thing. And now with this job, I mean, sometimes I'm limited on money. Like, this weekend, the event that I'm at, I'm going to get free food because the vendors are there. And they take care of us. And that's a blessing. And then it's like free drinks. Like, if I want tea or soda or coffee or whatever, it's like it's provided for me. On top of that, I'm getting better salary than what I would have, because now I'm acting as a lead instead of just as a regular employee. I take initiative and I show interest, and I show that I care about the reputation of the business, because our clients are hiring us for a reason. So it's like, if you put your heart into something that's good, and you see it, and things grow and they develop for you. I'm not saying this is probably gonna be my forever job, but in the moment, Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna shine. I give my bosses the benefit of the doubt. Hey, you know what? You hired me to do a job. Let me put my A game on. Even if it doesn't work out, even if I don't work for you, you don't work for me, it's all good. You know? And if it works and it develops to something big, then do it. But angel of relaxation, from all the spiritual war and attacks and everything that we go through, right? This is the fourth card that popped out. Angel of relaxation. Let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. A funny thing, last night I was like, man, tomorrow morning I'll be tired. And then I was passing by Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, you know what? I really want some Dunkin' Donuts coffee tomorrow in the morning. And it was provided for me at the event. And donuts. But yeah, like, seriously, like, I was like, wow, I just really, I wish for that last night and it happened, you know, like, things like that. When you start believing in God and believing in blessings and stop listening to stop listening to the ones that want to bring you down and want to take from your blessings. And when you start actually acting on yourself and like taking care of yourself with self-love and doing things with love towards the world and towards everything, it really starts to shine and things start to develop and change in your life. And a lot of the other people see that in you and they want to use that. And they want to bring you down so you doubt yourself, but then all along they're trying to take what God's trying to give you. Why? When all they could do is do the same thing, connect with God, believe, and come with the good intentions and come with a good heart, ask for forgiveness or whatever wrongs they do, right? And whatnot, and just try to be a better person and do better in life and change the things that aren't supposed to be in your life. If you make those changes actively and God sees your intention, you're gonna start seeing those blessings. Like, and anybody could do it if they really wanted to. But a lot of people take that control out of God's hands. They take a lot of control out of things, and they want to control the situation. They want to say, no, I know better than God. I ain't no better than God. And God's telling you to love thy neighbor. God's telling you not to steal, not to cheat, not to do this. You know, and those people that do that to you, well, they're, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, like, what religion, right? It's the same thing. You can go to Buddhist. Part of their sins is anger, lust, and I think it's envy or the three main sins or something like that. Can't remember offhand. But, you know, same thing. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't kill, don't do all this stuff. Like, all religions pretty much teach the same thing. And so it's just funny because how many different ways does the main God that created all this, right, have to communicate with the world of values and morals and ethics? Yeah, you can look at all these different religions. And even people like me who are not really religious or spiritual, I take teachings from like all different religions, but at the same time, I have my own, I've always kind of taught my own moral compass. I've always had this innate moral compass, as all angels usually do. They have their own way of what connects with them, what's right and wrong. You know, you see other people that they take advantage of situations, you know. They're over there selling things that they stole from the mall, clothing, whatever. And by that, now you're rewarding some bad behavior, right? There should be some kind of moral compass. And people are like, well, it's stealing from a store, so it's different. They got insurance card. So you got people that work to make the product, got people to ship the product, stock the product. Like all these people that put in all their work behind the scenes, and you're going to say it's whatever, it doesn't matter. How would you feel if you were running a business and you knew how much time and energy took, sorry, I'm going to stretch my legs, time and energy took to get these products on the shelf, market, all the, it's not just, oh, it's just a product in the store. Oh, it's overpriced. But there's a lot of labor that comes behind everything that we buy when it's mass produced, if you think about it. Even if machines make them, but we still need people to stock, people to package, people to do all this stuff that, and then you want to go and take from, that's something that's not yours. You know, it's not right. But anyway, so going more into a positive thing, right? Bottom of the deck. Angel of abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. So what does it all say? It says, angel of pleasure, take pleasure in the things you do. So enjoy life. Enjoy everything that you do, right? If somebody doesn't like who you are, if they don't like your attitude, they don't like because you're happy, oh well. That's their problem. You can't control what they think. That's all on them. It ain't on you. Stop worrying about what they think. Because those are the ones that you don't need in your life. The ones that you need in your life are encouraging. They're loving. They're supportive. They'll hear you out and they'll like give you like advice and stuff that you need to hear sometimes. Angel emergence, come out. It's time for you to emerge. Time to be you again as the true angel. Oh, excuse me. That was not a yawn from me being, well, I am a little tired from the day, but it's like releasing energy. Sometimes I have to do it through yawn. Sometimes it's just like, whoa, you know. Angel communication. Tell it how it is. If you have family that's holding you back, if you have a spouse, a workplace, you know, this job's just not working out for me anymore. Or, you know, I am looking for something different. I need to look for a change of pace, an environment. Tell it how it is. Don't be afraid. You know, it's funny though, because, you know, nothing's ever perfect, right? And I do have a co-worker of mine that, you know, he's like, oh, you know, you should tell the boss that, hey, I came in an hour before. And I'm just joking. But he mentioned it. You know, when people joke like 20 times about the same thing, they're kind of more serious than they are joking. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to lie. If you want to tell the boss, then you came an hour early. That's on you. But I'm not going to lie and say that you came an hour earlier when you didn't. And if he notices the discretion and you're lying to him, that's on you. But I told him straight up, I don't lie. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're cool, man. Yeah. I know I'm cool because I'm not going to rat you out. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie for you. You know? Straight up. I don't care who you are. Angel communicate. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it how it is. I don't know why that keeps popping up. You know, some of you stuck in a relationship issue that you feel like is stagnant or not moving forward, and you just don't know how to tell the person. Just freak the ice. You're only doing your both selves. Both of you are only going to go through more issues if you just hide it. Angel of abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. I cut toxic relationships like nothing. Like, I really don't care. Like, right now, I am so focused on work, trying to get my business going, trying to eventually get a place to stay so I'm not in my car, right? Like, I am so driven and focused on what I need to do for me that if somebody's not resonating with my energy, or they want to bring me down, or they want to take from what I have, nah. Go find some other sucker, because that ain't me. And I hope you don't, because nobody deserves to be taken advantage of. You know, but go get lost. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in life. I'm totally fine with that. So, let me go ahead and see what the book has to say about certain cards. Sometimes you get a little bit more clarity through it. And these are all new decks to me, so I'm still kind of learning them, but I mean, I can already tell you how this reading's reading. And I don't know, all cards like that. I mean, you've got different ones. Ooh, interesting. That one is a new deck, so I just was looking through it. God of Indulgence. But it looks like Little Devil. Stop beating yourself up. But yeah, anyways, that's interesting. But there's different ones. God of Reflection. It's like, you know, so it's not like it's all hugs and puppies in these decks, right? Or the same kind of thing. So many different cards. That it all flows with a certain message. Abundance, communication, relaxation. Relax. Stop trying to control everything. Relax. Stop worrying about money. Stop worrying about things. If you trust in God, you know that things are going to work out. They are. They really are. Like, I know, I told God, I was like, dude, I'm worried about, like, money situation. I'm worried about, I'm worried about, catching up on my car payment and things like that, right? Like, I'm worried about these things, and I really, want to make sure, like, I have something secure. Because doing deliveries for Grubhub isn't always, like, lucrative, right? You spend money on gas, wear and tear on the car, like, it's something that I'm not using my car so much, so it's like, it works out. And I'm still able to do my Grubhub at night for food and gas money, so it all works out. Like, I'm good, and then like that, I'm not dipping into the bill money, so I can get all my stuff taken care of. And I have skills, I have drive, and I know sometimes it's hard if you have like kids or other obligations. But even then, like, change your strategy. It's not about what's I'm trying to say. If you're doing the same thing over and over, you're not going to get any different results. So, trying something new, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy, like Miss Rizzo would always say. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to pull from a different deck. What aspects or considerations do these angels and starseeds and light workers need to take into consideration when they're trying to reach these goals? So right now I'm using a different deck. This one's called Angel Guide Oracle, and it's by Kyle Gray. And the artwork is by Jennifer Hawkyard. Sorry. Anyways. So let me go ahead and see what these cards. What aspects do my angels, light workers, and starseeds need to focus on to reach the goals of abundance, pleasure, relaxation, communicating effectively, and emerging into the beautiful butterfly or phoenix or whatever you want to believe in as being your spirit animal, like, could be anything. But yeah, shark. Just kidding. Shark bait. Ooh, I don't know why that popped in my head. But fish are friends, not food. You can be the change in the world. Oh, that's why. Okay, be the change you want to see. You're fighting addiction. You find something. Just think about how addicting the smell of blood and fish are for sharks, and how those sharks strive to be friends of fish, not to make them food. And even though he had issues, he had his buddies told him about, no, but literally, like that's why I got that shark bait. I was about facing your fears, about taking challenge. Finding Nemo is popping up a lot. You got this little fish with like little fin thing, right? And other people find it as a disability, but he's like, I don't care. I'm gonna explore the ocean. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you say, Dad. Like, I'm gonna break free. I don't care what other people and their limitations and everything. And he crossed the ocean and came back and he survived. Like, he met new friends. He had an adventure. And his dad was all worried. Oh my God, what's gonna happen to my son? And blah, blah, blah. And Dory had to teach him not to worry. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. Keep on. And even though she forgot everything half the time and whatever, she just knew she was always gonna get taken care of. She had a beautiful, innocent soul. 29:01 on the minutes and seconds for the recording. It's funny. I'm born January 20th, but it's 111 for synchronicity. Oh, I just saw 29:11. Not trying to look at specific things, but it just popped up on the screen. 111, 1111. Numerology. Master number. And, like, you think about it. That whole movie is full of a whole bunch of spiritual lessons. You've got the Nemo. He ends up in a fish tank and trapped with all these other fishes. He goes, help me get out of here. He was their angel. Like, he didn't know how, but he, like, somehow... Or I'm going to get out of here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They helped him get out. Afterwards, they escaped on their own. But still, he had friends that helped. And the bravery, courage and bravery that his dad had was inspiring, remember? It inspired all the other animals. Like, they were talking about, like, dang, I heard he did this. I heard he did that. And he became a legend searching for his son because he went against his own fears and he fought tooth and nail to make sure he got his son back, and he did. Dory brought love and light to the whole thing. Brought this, keep on swimming, dancing and singing, enjoying life the way God wants us to. You know, be innocent, be fun, and be you, and don't care about what the world thinks. And if you think I'm wrong, well, at least I know how to read. None of y'all know how to read English, so, or speak well. You think I'm ridiculous? You think I don't know how to speak well? Well, that well just helped us out. You doubting me? You doubting me? And even Dory sacrificed her life bouncing off the jellyfish and almost died. She still came back. And she still came back to being her. You know, and then it was like the turtles and they helped them out. Like, now I want to watch Finding Nemo. Like, I don't know why that movie's popping up for me. And all these details about it. I don't know who's watching. If you guys are watching it, I recently watched it, or if that movie resonates with you. Because different things pop up with me depending on who I'm around, like, to connect. So whoever's watching this, I don't know if this is going to help you connect. But, and it's not just rambling, it's legit. Like, I've talked about how, like, other Disney movies have lessons and stuff like that, you know? You got Aladdin, he had to come correct, he had to be strong. Oh yeah, I was going to read what the other messages, this card's meant. So I just got so excited, and I think these cards kind of speak for themselves. But I also want to get more clarification cards. I don't really need to read what the meanings of these cards are in these books because messages are coming out anyways. The other decks maybe, but these ones at least not so much. So. Alright, what kind of action or what tools or resources or actions do my angels, star seeds, and light workers utilize to help their frequencies adjust for now and for the future, for the betterment of themselves and others. And yeah, what do you have to help them reach this abundance, communicating effectively, emergence of pleasure and relaxation? How do my angels reach that paradise that they're trying to get towards? Because the hustle and the drum, that is a thing. It's 11:56 on my car because it's about 5 minutes ahead. So the irony of that, 11:11, 5 plus 6 is 11. I'm telling you, synchronicities. 33 on my timestamp on the iPad. So yeah, 33 minutes, and sorry it's taking so long, but you know, give me clarification about these opportunities. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Opportunity and change was the first card that popped out. Opportunity and change. You guys are bewoken to a new opportunity, new change. And I love this card. Like, I forgot when I first saw this card how beautiful it is. She's holding a bird in the palm of her hand. She's got these rainbow wings. She's this angel. But her breastplate of her, it's like gorgeous. It's like divine. It's like, you know, and it looks almost like a phoenix bursting, but it's just so colorful. And it's like, boom, phoenix representing new changes. You got the two birds in the sky, which is funny. It kind of goes with the third card that came in. So the second one's learning experience, right? Which, the third one is friendships and union. You got the two birds in the sky in this card, right? Right there. Flying and soaring high to new challenges and new heights and new soars. Friendships and unions. New angel seeds. Angels connecting with each other and creating something beautiful and helping heal the world. Like, you get out of here, yo. Like, yeah, I get it. And get out of here and go get it. And like, oh man, you know. But it starts at the bottom of the deck, self-acceptance. Love yourself, love what you have to offer, accept yourself, know that God put you here on a purpose. God put you here for a purpose and on a purpose, huh? On a purpose. And once you start embracing that purpose, you can be a healer, you could be an inspiring, inspirational speaker, you can be a teacher. Excuse me. You can be an artist, you can be a musician, you could cook food, you can be a doctor, you could be a lawyer that stands for the right, what's right for people. You could help people get into homes by real estate or whatever. There's so many things you could do. Caregiving, you can do social work. There's so much that exists out there in the world that is literally limitless of what you can do. And or if you want to do something more for yourself, But now's the time. Opportunity changes in the season right now. As we're going to be entering, August 8th, eventually, is the Lion's Gate. And once we enter Leo season, it's the build up to the Lion's Gate, which is when the portal opens and everything is available. It's a whole thing where manifestations, new beginnings, new changes when the Lion's Gate's happening. Usually in August, around the Lion's Gate, I go through huge spiritual awakenings. It's usually August and January because I was born in January, so usually around my birthday, I usually go through spiritual growth. And then also, that are provocative. I'm always growing, but those are the ones that I feel the most energy out of them. Sometimes throughout the other parts of the year too, but I've noticed August predominantly and in January, around my birthday. Learning experience. So it's a soul deep thing. Like, this is not a learning experience for he's holding a light, to guide the light, but he also knows the light is inside of him. And I've always done mind, body, soul, heart, like a square. This is my vessel, right? So I'm going to cleanse it for God. I'm going to cleanse it for me. I'm going to clear my vibrations. I'm going to clear what I need. If I feel dark energy, or I feel like negative or fear or doubt, or what, it could even be self-imposed, right? If I'm doubting something or I'm letting things get to me in a certain way, I will ask God to help me clear it out. What's causing this anxiety? What's causing me to fail? What's causing me to feel this way? I'm like, is it because this has gone on my whole life, my childhood? How do I work past this? Because if I never address the issues at hand, if I never address why, I'm faltering and I'm checking out somebody in a way that inappropriately, that I probably shouldn't, right? In the eyes of God, right? Like, I'm not supposed to be lusting after other people. I'm not supposed to be the object of lust. Well, what's going on? Dig deep, like, oh man, it's like, maybe I just, for a moment, like, I just miss a physical connection with somebody sometimes, and that's totally normal. We're all humans, right? And so it's like addressing it. So like, what can I do differently? Can I start learning myself differently? Can I do more activities? Can I, there's, little did I know I was just missing a lot of human interaction. My other job, I was usually sitting in my car, graveyard, sitting in a lot or whatever, watching equipment, doing security, and it's like, it's alright, I have my own privacy, I could do whatever I want, but at the same time, it was like, watch movies or whatever, but at the same time, it was like, I felt like I was being held back. I felt like my skill sets and everything, it was a nice little break that I got, to kind of like chill out, and at first I thought, I could record my videos and stuff like that, but then I got complicated a lot of times when I started recording my videos. Then that's when my supervisor would show up and then I'd have to stop. And so it would interrupt everything in the whole energy. And then it would be weird. Give me weird looks. Sometimes things like we'd have a normal conversation and a comment with something positive. And that's when you kind of know they just gaslighting you, BSing you. You can read little signs, right? You start looking like, so why is he talking about it? Why is he getting... No. Like, why are you... I'm over here contributing to the conversation. I'm trying to give insight and show you, hey, you got somebody here that listens to you and everything. But you want to look at me like all of a sudden, oh, why is he at my dinner table? And those are signs that I started reading and I was like, oh man, it's gonna be one of those situations again. And I try not to let that run things. I still try to like make the best of things, and I try to like be like, okay, whatever. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Because when your intuition speaks and you know how somebody's going to be with you, you know. Listen to your gut more. Start trusting yourself more. Self-acceptance is part of that. It's about accepting what you feel, what you are, what you know, who you are as a being. And so a lot of it, yeah, is self-acceptance. It's, dang, I have a lot to offer in the world. This job's holding me back, or my family's holding me back, or they don't understand. I want to study this, but that's not what they think I should be doing. Some people even want to become like military, or they want to become a cop, and their family's like, oh, what if you get shot? What if you get killed? Like, blah, 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 and they try to bring you down. I was trying to talk about how one of my business adventures with someone that I was considering a friend. I do consider a friend. Because they only have their own doubts and their own thing that they want to do with their artwork. Now it's like, well, you got to make sure you're doing it this way. You got to make sure the presentation, like, well, no, duh. That's what practice is for. That's what everything's for. Like, when you cooked, did you know how to put your plate together and make it look all nice and presentable at first? I don't think so. When you first did a painting, didn't you mess up? Like, whoever, like, if you did a drawing, or if you gave advice, was it wrong sometimes when you're trying to be a helpful counselor? There's a lot of ways we make mistakes, right? Or we don't see the outcome, or we don't see how someone's going to backlash sometimes, or there's so many variables in life. But it's like, give me the chance to figure it out for myself. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I know what my ventures are. I know what I want to strive for and what I'm working towards. Why are you trying to doubt me when I'm over here trying to encourage what you're doing and helping you out? And so when you start realizing those kind of disconnects in relationships, and you realize, this person doesn't really care want me to succeed for myself. They don't want what I want for me. They want what they want for me. And I know there's that golden rule up there that's like, treat others the way you want to be treated. But there's the platinum rule, and that's treat others the way they want to be treated. It's not like the other day, like my friend, maybe sometimes I get excited and I talk and I ramble, or sometimes I don't mean to interrupt. There's pauses in the conversation and I don't realize that they're still talking because it's a complete thought sometimes a little bit. Like it's like a complete sentence thought. I didn't realize they were going to add on more. And I start talking, and I don't mean to frustrate the person. I just get excited because we're like, it's been a friend that I haven't connected with in so long, so we have so much to catch up, so much to talk about. And it's like, oh, I've got to learn, hey, take a step back. All right, take a step back, stay a little quiet, let them talk a little bit longer. Don't run the conversation. And I'm like, oh, my bad, And, so we all have things to learn on a daily. Like, nobody's perfect, And that's the beauty of life. It's like, if you at least acknowledge where your weaknesses are and you're trying to change for the better, and especially with God, you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. You're doing it because it's convenient, or it's easy, or you're trained to do it, or it's what you've been taught to do. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta realize, nah, I gotta do what's right by God, because God's been trying to do what's right by me. Like, why am I doing God dirty when he's trying to help me out? And I'm guilty of it. Sometimes, like, I falter or whatever. Like, no, God, I'm sorry. No, that wasn't me. Like, what am I doing? Especially like if you're an empath and you feel like all these weird thoughts sometimes, or you feel these emotions. And sometimes when I was first feeling empathic energies like over a decade ago, really strong, it was hard for me to like filter, turn things down, tune it down. And sometimes it felt like it was my own emotions, but like, why do I feel this way? And then when you don't learn about clearing it out, and you don't learn how to meditate and get yourself back on focus, it's going to mess up your whole entirety. You have coworkers, they hate their job. You hate coworkers, they hate their life. You hate coworkers, they hate their kids. I'm not kidding you on that one. When you have those parents are like, my kids, they get so annoying. My kids. And then all they do is complain about what their kids do. Well, what kind of parenting are you doing? Are you just kind of wanting a break and you get mad because they're asking you for something every 5 seconds? Well, what can you do differently? Is there an activity you could teach them how to do? Can you do an activity together? Is there an activity that you could teach them how to do, or show them something, get them into a new hobby to free up some time for you, and that's productive? you know, is there something you can do together to make the time more quality? Because that's the thing is, most kids, after a certain point, when they realize their parents aren't really as interested in their lives as they claim to be, that's usually the teenagers that go to drink, go to hang out with friends, and whatever, my parents don't care anyways. And you may say like, oh, no. And I'm not saying everybody that has kids that drink or do drugs or whatever, that is the case. Some parents are amazing parents and it still happens. But the majority, from what I see when I go to events, because like I said, I go to different events and I see how families interact. And when these families are more interested in the party for themselves and they're not watching their kids, that's when their kids start drinking. Straight up. And a lot of times it's because, well, the quality of activities isn't there. The parents aren't doing quality, good, productive things with their kids. And then I see the other side of it where it's like, man, these people have kids that, like, they show them things. They interact with them. They show them new hobbies, new crafts, new things. They show them how work is done. And they involve them in real life things. Their kids really grow up and they figure out, oh, this is how the world works. But if you're not teaching life skills, high schools, they don't teach it. Middle schools don't teach it. I think, like, instead of teaching all the repetitive stuff all the time, Christopher Columbus came over to the U.S. or whatever. I swear, I don't know how the curriculum is these days, but when I was in middle and high school, I swear I learned about, it was world history, and it was still about the Spanish Inquisition in South America. Maybe we learned a little bit about Mexico and, South America, a little bit. But what about the rest of the world? There's a whole bunch of other continents out there. There's Asia, there's Australia, there's Africa. Where's the world history part of it? Other than doing a map of the world for my history class, it was world history, which we had to label all the countries, the rivers, the mountain ranges, and stuff like that. Other than that, I don't feel like I learned much about culture, diversity, food, But instead of all that focus on the same thing that they teach you every year, it felt like, why aren't you teaching in high school, especially in high school, especially your kids are 15, 16 years old and they're going to want to go get a part-time job or even, whatever, or they're going to take college classes and get jobs. Why are you not teaching them job interview skills, how to go to an interview, how to present yourself, how to fill out a resume, cover letter, how to do research on a business if you're trying to go for a career and you want to go for a top-notch position? You take the time to research that business, what that business is about, their core values, their mission statement. You're gonna research what the company is about before you go. Because if that's the problem, is we go apply for a job because we think the job, it's just a job. I just need this job. But if you take a little bit more time and you do some research on, and everything's public information on their website or whatever, right? You could research, wow, this company, I didn't know that they did, they paid for volunteer work. I'd work for some companies, you could go up to so many months, up to a year, sometimes depending on the company. And you could go do volunteer work and they would pay you to do volunteer work as if you were working for their company. And that, it was wow, isn't that freaking cool? That's a cool benefit. Wow, all of a sudden I just got to spend a couple years doing this job. And all of a sudden now I could go do something I enjoy, volunteer. It could be anything from art exhibits to, Walk to Cure Diabetes Foundation, or, things like that. You can go and do these, do this volunteer work and get paid for it through the company. And, that's cool. Sometimes they'll do things, excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water. Sometimes some of these companies will actually be willing to, let's say you have an organization, Gay Pride or Parkinson's disease or whatever the case may be, right? These organizations are nonprofit. Some of them will have nonprofits as they go through directly, but then some companies will leave it open hey, if you have an organization that you want to contribute to on your paychecks, if you go ahead and take that out of your paycheck directly, we're going to match that. So then now it's like, wow, I'm even contributing more to this company that, or this cause or whatever, this organization, I should say. I am contributing more to this cause. You know, it could be art, it could be music, it could be it could be education, like whatever you're trying to like donate to. Like, and some of these companies will actually go and help with that as well. So I don't know where this is all going. Somebody's considering a career change. You know, but if you're not researching the company to that you're going to be working for, what kind of vibes, what kind of energy, you know, pictures tell 1,000 words. If someone's smiling in their picture, that's a CEO, and you can tell whether the smile is genuine or if it's forced, like, or if it's like, yeah, I welcome you, like, wow, buddy, like, I love my job, I love what I do, and I love my employees. Like, yeah, it's gonna show in your face versus like, oh yeah, I'm posing for the camera, it's gonna be lit well, and I don't care, like, it's about me. Do you want to work for a boss that's about them and what they look for in their image only? Or are you going to want somebody who cares about their image, their reputation, and their employees, and their business, and what it stands for? Like, there's a lot of things when you're signing contracts into a new job. Make sure it's for something that you know is good, you know? Just because you're working for a hospital doesn't mean that all the nurses and all the doctors have a client's best interest. Doesn't mean that some of them are just like, oh, drag them up and we'll figure it out later and let's charge their bill. You know, let's be corrupt. But then there's hospitals that really care. I think when I have more money and time to do it, like, I would love to donate myself to organizations, like donate towards like St. Jude's. Like, gosh, you know, if kids have cancer, they pay for the stay, they pay for the travel, they pay for so much for these families, and that's so beautiful because kids suffering from cancer is already sad enough, you know. And the financial struggle sometimes, you know, like, that's beautiful what they do, you know. And Make-A-Wish Foundation, if some kids got some terminal illness, you know, what would they like to do in life before they go? Let's go ahead and make that wish come true. Like, I think that those are beautiful things, you know, that people just overlook a lot of times, you know. Look at Jeremy Renner, the actor, and I mentioned him in a previous video. But look at him. He's an actor that plays Hawkeye in the Avengers movies, right? He's come out in all these movies. He bought all these school buses and fire trucks and things that were abandoned. And he's renovating them. You know, a little bit of delay now that he's gotten injured by a snowplow, but snowcat, whatever. But he's renovating them to make the world a better place. He created a music studio for Chicago kids. He created a water, like a water area for India, for the people there to have clean water. He created a gym, like a mini gymnasium, rec center type thing out of it for these kids in like a community center type thing out of these vehicles for kids in Mexico. Like, what are you going to do with your money and your resources and your time? Like, what can you do? And if you already have enough to give, what can you do in the world? Like, I don't know. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. And then you got Pharrell Williams, and he has that song Happy. And he had people go around the country to different cities in the U.S. and record different people dancing whatever way they want to dance, like expressively, like fun, goofy, whatever, you know. But he let fans express themselves to their song Happy, to be happy, an hour in each city for 24 hours. So it's like 24 hours worth of people dancing and singing his song. I mean, the first time the song plays, it's him, but then after that, it's all his fans and all these people that came. And I think that's beautiful. Like, you're gonna express love and dance and music. Like, what can you do to inspire the world? You know, like, people think, oh, celebrities don't care, they have all this money, but look at the ones that do care. Look at the ones that do make a difference. Like, not everyone's the same. Not everyone's out there just to take. And because that's a lot of money. That's production time, the camera, lighting, security, and everything that he had to put in, to make sure that this ran smoothly, renting out spaces to make sure that, like, hey, this is going to work out. He didn't have to do that. He could have said, I want to spend the money on my next big thing, my next house, my next big record label, my next new album. Like, he could have invested in just himself, clothing, he invested it back into the public. And Jeremy Renner, he has a reputation for, in Nevada where he lives, where he'll call the mayor and be like, how can I help you make the city better? His neighbors, he was helping his neighbors clear the snow. He helps everyone in his community. He is not selfish at all. And I think that's amazing. And he's such a strong soul to recover. And my prayers go out to him for his recovery. I mean, he within like a couple months, he was walking like, after like having all these fracture every bone in his body, his eyes popping out of his socket, spiral fracture in one of his legs. I mean, yeah, you have the best surgeons when you have money at the same time, but it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're not putting in the work for physical therapy, like, yeah, he has good physical therapists too, but you have to have the drive. You have to have the motivation. You have to make sure you're putting the work, because your muscles are going to heal wrong. Your bones are going to heal wrong. You're going to need more surgery. You're going to need things in the long term. If you're not pushing through the pain that he had to go through, like, not saying you have to go through the same pain, but if you're not pushing through the pain that you're going through, if you're not pushing through the heartaches and the struggles and everything, you think it's easy for a butterfly to be pushing out of this cocoon that they made hard out of silk, hard silk? You think it's easy for them to crack it open? No, they got to do that themselves before they become a butterfly. And so, like, that's the thing. When you're emerging and you're coming out, it's about the struggle and getting yourself out of it. But it's for yourself. When you do, friendship and union with like-minded souls, that's going to want your best interest, and you're going to, like, it's going to be a yin-yang, right? And opportunity and change, a learning experience, learning for the best. I don't know, this has just got deep for me. I got all, like, preachy on it in a way, but wow, I didn't know how intense this message. I was like, I'm kind of tired. I don't know how this is gonna go. Now I'm all energized and pumped up for you guys. I know it's almost an hour in. I'm not trying to talk your ear off, but believe in yourself. Oh my God, now I hear Mr. T in that movie, not another T movie. Believe in the ball and throw yourself. It's like backwards from what it should be. Believe in yourself and throw the ball. Believe in the ball. Throw yourself. Throw yourself out there. Do it. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so what meditations and what frequency changes can my collective, can my angels and seeds and star seeds and light workers and angels and all those out in the world that are trying to do good in the world, what meditations or changes of energy can they take place so they can reach these goals? Because this is just like, with considerations, but now it's like, what meditations with guidance? This is the visions of the soul, so this is meditation portal cards. What portals and meditations can my angels and light workers utilize to help them reach their goals, reach their pleasure and abundance, and communicating effectively and emerging into relaxation and pleasure, like enjoying life and having fun, going on those vacations, traveling places they wanted to travel. God help me for these answers. All right, let's see what my collective. What did I say? I be saying earlier was what 11, and then whatever it was. Number 11, soul star chakra. Oh gosh, this artwork and all this artwork and all these cards are about pretty much derived from like Sandalphon and Metatron, the two angels that they escalated to heaven, right? They weren't always angels for eternity. So the Metatron cubes in a lot of it, but there's a lot of spiritual and cosmic symbols, and I wish the camera was a lot better on this iPad for the front facing, like it was on my phone, so you can see more details. But I mean, you've got so much going on in there. you got the meditation, then merging into the angel self. And it's at the infinity, it's got, oh my God, the snail shell, worlds, dimensions, higher vibration to God and your higher power, whatever form of God you believe in. Like, you know, I am talking about like the major God though, like whether monotheist or polytheist, right? I feel like so many gods exist because they have a purpose to connect with everyone in the world. But then who created all these gods, right? The main one. Main one. It doesn't matter what religion you have. If it's male, female, whatever. Alright. What else can you give for the message from my angels, star seeds, and light workers as far as miracle and portals? Journey to the cosmos of the soul. Journey to the center of your soul. Journey to the center of the soul. Look at, say, the seeds of life. So the Metatron cube, the cool thing about it is Enoch was the angel that turned to Metatron. And the Metatron cube is derived of 13 circles that are the same size. 1 in the center, 6 around it, and then 6 more around those. And they're all connected by lines. When you look at the Metatron cube, you can derive any 2D or 3D shaped, like the dodecahedron. I forget what they're all called. I forget what they're all called. The 12-sided shapes and the 8-sided shapes and all that stuff. But you can derive any kind of shape out of it. And so the seed of life is one of them because of the circles and how they are, right? You end up getting the seed of life. The seed of life can sprout and become towards like the tree of life. And yeah, the chakras and opening them up. And but yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip. You can manifest anything, you can heal anything, bless anything with the Metatron cube's energy. Basal star chakra, number 11, and number 18, journey to the cosmos of the soul. So, but yeah, stellar gateway chakras on the bottom of the deck, number 12. These ones I am going to read out loud, just because these have a lot of insight and prayer, and I'm trying to learn these cards a lot better because, yeah, they are something else. So we've got the pages. There we go. Soul Star Chakra. White colors are white, gold, pink, blue, indigo, and ultraviolet. Geometry is Merkaba. Keywords: divine love, spiritual awakening, supreme wisdom, and compassion. You are connected to divine love. Through this chakra, the light and energy of the divine is channeled through your own crown chakra, where it radiates throughout your physical and etheric bodies. This energy fuels your soul growth, spiritually supporting it and on its path of spiritual awakening and divine purpose. By tapping into this energy, you will be shown the oneness of all that is. The ease and grace of being will awaken within you greater understanding of the path which humanity now embarks. Sorry, it really hit me that I really got on for restroom, so I'm like over here like losing focus. I'm so sorry for that. Let me read this again. I was like, no, I can wait. You are connected to divine love. Through the chakra, the light and energy of the divine is channeled through your own crown chakra, where it then radiates throughout your physical and etheric bodies. This energy fuels your soul's growth now, fully supporting it on its path of spiritual awakening and divine purpose. By tapping into this energy, you will be shown to the oneness of all that is. The ease and grace of being will awaken you as greater understanding of the path on which humanity now embarks. This understanding will compel you to reach a level of compassion for all that is, has been, and will be, which you may first find overwhelming. But as you stay focused on your own path and follow intuitive guidance, you will be shown how to translate this compassion into constructive ways you can assist others, which has been the main thing. I've been talking to you about making the world a better place. How can you enjoy life? How can you make it? You can create your own world. And I was telling my friend this the other day. I was like, look, you got these people and they're all like negative in their emotions, they're negative in their head, and they're negative on like what they do and everything. And it's like, what? You're gonna let that affect your day? You're gonna let them affect your mood all that much? No. Okay, this is what you do. If you're an empath, you take that energy. That's not my energy. That's not me. That's not who I am. You transmute it into that of love. God, like, I don't know what this person's going through. I don't know what they are doing, but change this energy to love. Change this energy to love. And you send it back to them. Help them calm down. Help them have a better day. I don't know what's on their mind. I don't know what's on their soul. I don't know what they're going through. You know, when I used to work at a call center, I used to train us not to take things personal. Not to take things personal. And that you don't know what's going on in their life. And it's true. They're like frustrated when their phone's not working, or whatever the case may be. Their bill is higher than they expected. Whatever, right? They just want a solution fixed. You don't know if their kids just, got in trouble or got hurt. You don't know if their family member has got in an accident or anything. You don't know what's going on in their life. They're just frustrated in that moment. And if they're yelling at you, take it like, they ain't mad at me. They're mad that their phone's giving them issues. And maybe their family is out in another country and they can't communicate with them to make sure they got safe. And that is a stressful thing, right? Wouldn't you be upset if you're like, oh my God, I pay this money for this phone, he's not working for me? Like, you gotta sometimes put yourself in another person's shoes. And I tell people, I was like, if someone's negative all the time, if someone's bitter, take a step back instead of judging them and love them and say, hey, what kind of childhood did this person go? What kind of traumatic events did this person go through that they're literally that negative all the time? Like, what trauma did they go through? Like, and then when you start to like do like that, you could be like, oh, not that it makes it okay that they're treating you that way, but you gotta be like, whoa, like, feel grateful that you're not in that mindset, that you have learned and grown yourself. And maybe there's a different approach you can come with this person. Maybe if you don't see eye to eye, maybe you don't, maybe if you don't always agree with what they have to do or say, maybe they come up with some preposterous things, Maybe they come up with like, and you're like, well, what makes you feel that way? Why are you always upset like that? Like, is there something that's bothering you? Like, what's going on in your life? Maybe you're showing them caring and they're like, wow, somebody actually is taking the time to hear me out. And you might even change their whole life. You might change their own world. So nothing's always written in stone, but if there's someone that's just negative and narcissistic and you know that this is just toxic, just ignore it. Move forward. And if it's not your problem to fix, it's not your fight to fight, just let God say, you know what, God, this is not my fight. This is not something for me to fix. I pray that this person finds help, love, guidance, and support from you. Help them out. Maybe maybe they don't feel good enough to pray, or maybe they just don't know how to, or, and maybe they just need somebody else to kind of like pray for them and help them open their eyes of discernment, or find, like mental clarity to even reach out, or to feel like they even have a problem. Some people don't even know they have a problem. Some people don't even know that they're doing things. And you pray on it. Sometimes it's like, well, God's the master teacher. So why wouldn't you want to guide them to the master teacher, healer, love, everything? If you're not equipped, or you're not in the best place mentally or physically, or, I used to work at a treatment facility for juveniles. And it would come out like, hey, when this client's acting out, we know these minors, they have different conditions that they were on meds or whatever. Some of them be outburst and be aggressive, and before you respond to a situation, you're supposed to ask yourself, how am I feeling? First of all, because if I'm mixed up in the head, or I'm, or I'm tired and I just don't want to deal with it, how am I going to be an effective healer, right? So how am I feeling? What is the client's needs and wants? But you could do that with anybody. It doesn't have to be in a treatment facility. What is my husband's needs and wants? What is my kids' needs and wants? What is my coworkers' needs and wants? How do I best respond? when you can step back and ask yourself those 3 questions in a crisis of any situation, it really helps out, because you're like, okay, so how am I feeling? Is this something I want to tackle right now? This person's calling me and I already know they come to me with a lot of negative, or they need healing all the time, or they need this all the time, they need validation. Am I equipped right now to even do that? Or what am I trying to figure out for myself? Do I need to take time to figure out myself, so I'm not always being interrupted and always around toxic energy just because I feel obligated that this person needs me? And especially the ones that are like, oh, like, I need you, or I feel like I'm gonna lose myself. I need you, or I'm gonna kill myself. Like, what? Like, you shouldn't feel like that. Like, I know sometimes people talk out of their butts, sometimes a little bit more emotional than what they are. Some of it is real. It needs to be addressed. But when you're throwing a bombshell like that, like, okay, how do I feel about this? Am I equipped to even make it, or am I tired from my stuff? Am I burnt out? And, things like that. It's like, how am I feeling? What are their needs? What are their needs? Is it just that they're acting out because of this and this and that? You have somebody that's like, my friend mentioned, my friend mentioned his parents. And they were like, well, your dog needs a bath. So we're going to wash the dog. Your dog needs a bath. When are you going to do it? He takes care of his dog. He's had this dog for 14 years. He already knows how to take care of his dog. But then they went to give the dog a bath, and I was like, oh, well, now your dad's back's hurting, and my knees are hurting, or whatever the case may be, right? Is it really about the dog, or is it that you wanted to create a situation to draw attention to yourselves, make him feel a need, because it was my friend's only day off from work, and he has his regime of exercising, and he wanted some free time to hang out with a friend? So is it really that you don't want him like, what are their needs and wants? Are they feeling like your independence is more important and you're trying to get away from them, and that's really what's bothering you? And so they're trying to figure out what kind of way, people act out in different ways. Are they hurting? Are they suffering? Are they feeling like, what are they feeling? And so it's like one of those things. It's like, what is the root cause of it? Do they really need my attention, or are they just being self-serving? Do they, whatever they need of healing or whatever support they need, can I offer that? Or would it be better I send them another way? Or would it be better if I tell them, hey, I'm not good? That is part of the whole angel communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is, to yourself and to others, right? If you're like, look, I am having a rough day, it's not that I don't want to hear you out. It's not that I don't care. Is that right now, I'm not going to be an effective healer for you. And I want to make sure I do the best job. Can you give me a day? Can you give me a couple of days? Can you give me a week while I catch myself and get myself a little better? You're being honest and open, and that's way better than lying, or it's better than shortcutting and giving crappy advice just because you just want to get them off the phone, or you're tired of hearing the same issue. What is a better healing approach that you could pull to that? And if they don't like it, like I had a friend one time, I was like, because I was going through a lot of spiritual growth, I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was trying to figure it out, what my new role, my new purpose, and all this stuff. I was questioning my own spiritual belief system. And there was a lot of soul deep stuff I was dealing with at the time. And my friend, she's like, I need help. And I was always the one to help her with certain things, helping her with energies, helping her with learning. And I was like, you know what, right now, I cannot help you. I am not in the good place right now. These are some ways I can tell you how to help yourself. You have access to all these different energies and deities out there. Some are healing, some are protective. If you feel like, you're being attacked, like, calling God. At that time, it was more like, she was more pagan based. So it was more of like, well, do some research. What kind of deities are out there for to help protect, or even just God in general in connection, right? It doesn't matter the spiritual belief, is the intent behind it. Like, I'm trying to heal, I'm trying to do good in the world. Like, what kind of, like, energies can I connect with to help make that better? I'm not trying to connect with dark ones. I'm not trying to do this and that. So, like, yeah, I was trying to give her advice, but I'm sorry, like, I can't help you right now. I'm going through these changes, and I'm not best equipped for you. And she took it as I was being selfish, like, I didn't, and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, I've helped you with groceries when you didn't have it. I helped you with phone bill. Like, you're really calling me selfish all these years. Like, wow, that's a slap in my face, right? Like, that's literally a toxic person when all they do is take and take and take. And then when you really are drained and you're saying, look, I need to recover, I need to rest, I need this. And they're trying to bring you down and say, yo, you're not even there for me when I need it. But I was there for you in so many different ways when I could be. Now I need time for me to heal. That's a narcissist and toxic. And that's when you know you need to cut that person. And I did. I cut that person and I've never gone back. Because how dare you, when throughout all the years when you need a place to stay, you know, and this and that, like, no. And you have the nerve to call me selfish. Like, you know, I'm not. I'm really not. But then now, okay, you don't appreciate me. So now, when I do help, I'm going to go seek out those that need help. That are going to at least appreciate it. And in their heart, you know that they're grateful, even if they don't pay you back. It's not about material stuff. You don't take that in with you anyways. It's not about, like, all that. Like, you don't take anything of the physical with you. You don't take your Nintendo Switch, your car, your house, your money. Like, you know, it's energy. You can make more. If you're a good, benevolent person, you're always going to keep yourself busy. You're always going to find ways to make money and to help make the place better. As an angel, you're gonna always seek solutions. And so, and that's, like, not saying that this person's demon or demonic or anything like that, but the devil energy comes in, and the darker energies of people out there, they are so limit based that they can't see the possibilities. They can't see the outcomes. Now, this person even told me before, I am jealous of how motivated you are to find a job. Well, yeah, I'm going to put time and energy. Yeah, I'm going to try do these start interview question answers. And yeah, I'm going to put some time and drive into. Maybe I don't want to just work at any other job. Maybe I want something better for myself. Why not put the time and effort? I'm my best investment. Think about it. If you invest in yourself and you can be the best version of yourself, that's for you and everyone else. Once you can reach a point, they're like, oh, thank God. Okay, now I have a house. That's off my shoulder. Or I have a place to stay. That's off my shoulder. Or I have a car now. I can travel. I can do these. I have these. I get. When you're appreciative, you're like, oh, thank God. Now I can do this in the world. Now I can be more comfortable. I can make the world a better place. Now I can focus my energies where I want it to all along. I can help my friends. I can help animals. I can help, the world be a better place. God, this got to be a big discussion. I'm glad. Yeah, number 18, Journey to the Cosmos of the Soul. I read this as Journey to the Center of the Earth, of every bit of your soul. Right? Journey to the Center of the Soul. And so, it's number 18, which is number 9 in numerology. It is one of the meditation cards. Oh, excuse me. Inner strength, inner fire, soul passion, DNA recalibration, changing your DNA, who you are. Literally, like, it is a soul journey that goes from within, and your soul's a portal. Your heart's a portal, I mean. And it's everything you put into it, food, substances, it all affects it. I try to eat healthy. I rarely eat fast food. Excuse me, unless I have no choice. Not oily or a lot. I've been regulating my meat intake because meat's a little bit hard to digest, depending on how the animals are treated too. That's a whole other story. Like, if you're just eating regular beef or chicken or whatever, if those animals are put through hormones, if those animals are tortured, and they have toxic energies like we do, when we get depressed, we're toxic. Our energies get toxic. Our muscles, our brain, everything gets toxic. And the same thing happens with animals. You're going to eat an animal that's toxic, full of hormones and toxicity, you're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel all that. When you eat something clean and natural and happy energy, you're going to feel that too. Your inner landscape, both physical and metaphysical, contains the keys to who you are and how your soul's journey is destined to unfold. It's a world unto its own, in constant ebb and flow. I'll get back to that in a second. Cells regenerating, cells dying, electromagnetic energies pulsating and transmitting. This card asks you to sense with each of your senses and beyond the expansion of the inner cosmos, your own unique soul self. Sense it in the flow of your blood throughout your entire being and into the complex functioning of your organs. Sense it into your energetic field through your palms of your hands, soles of your feet, to the outer limits of your auric fields, and then beyond. Embody your being fully, for it is only when you own every single aspect of yourself, seen and unseen, mind, body, and spirit, that you can truly be who you are meant to be. Wow. That speaks a lot. And you know, it is all interconnected with everything we were talking before. It's all connected. It's everything I've been telling you. So I hope this message resonated with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. It's at an hour. Almost an hour and a half. 20 something minutes. I don't know, 21 minutes, right? But I'm going to cut it a little short right now because, like I mentioned earlier, I really need to go use the restroom. And it is causing me to lose distraction. So I'm taking my own advice now. Now I'm not going to be the best reader because something else is distracting me. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And it's late now, so I'm not going to be able to make another video until tomorrow. But I will be making another video for you guys tomorrow. And it's going to be towards Saturday. And it's going to be shorter. I needed to get a big message out for you guys, which is why I decided to do the reading today. And why I pulled from several decks so I could get different answers for you guys today. If you like this channel, please like, share, subscribe. Anybody that you think could benefit from these readings, please, please, please share with them. You know, sharing is caring, sharing is love. And share those blessings and positivities. I'm going to also start doing videos for my other channel eventually, which are going to be more for the general public of readings too. It's going to be using different decks that I don't use for these readings. These readings are special decks that are only for the angels and light workers, just because the energies should not mix. That is what I've been feeling from the beginning, so I'm going to follow my gut on that, my intuition. Your intuition. No, 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 no. Just open your heart, baby. I don't know how that song goes. My favorite, though, is Who Will Save Your Soul if you won't save your own, because the work's yours. The work's yours to do. Like, it's between you and your higher power. But you gotta put in the work. Who will save your soul if you won't save your own? La-di-di-da-di-da-da. Da-da. Just kidding. Heavenly Dada will. Just kidding. But anyways, I hope you like this video. And have a wonderful night. Be blessed. Blessings, love, and light to all of you. Blessings, love, and healing, reverence, mental clarity. I bless all of you guys. And God bless you guys. And God is whoever you believe in. I love you guys, and have a wonderful night, day, whatever, whenever you watch this.